You might have heard someone talking about a piece of music saying that it's a piece of music that's in 4 or in 3 or in 2. Or you might have heard someone counting in a piece of music, like a drummer in a band going a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. What they're doing there is they're giving both themselves and the other people they're playing with an idea of the meter of a piece of music they're going to be playing. Now, meter is not the unit of measurement that is 100 centimeters. This is something quite different, and it's talking about the ways that the beats in a piece of music are arranged into regularly repeating groups. When someone's saying a piece is in 4, what they mean is that the beats are arranged into groups of 4. And that will be important in some way in the music. Equally, when someone says a piece is in 3, it means that lying underneath the music there will be a kind of repeated pattern of 3 beat groups. And finally, when they say it's in 2, the music can be broken down into groups of 2 beats. Now, why is this useful to us? Well, one of the most important reasons is that it gives us a really good way of counting along with the music and keeping track of it as it's going by. I, in previous videos, have been talking about rhythms where I've started the beat going, I've started the metronome, I've started a piece of music that I've been playing, and I've been counting along just in the normal sequence of numbers that start with 1 and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and carrying on that way. Now, that's fine if my piece of music only has 16 beats, which it did in that case. But imagine I had a piece that went on for 20 minutes. And imagine I was counting 1 beat every second. I'd be probably sitting there later on going, well, 27,467, 27,468, 27,469. There'd be no way that I'd be able to keep counting the beats without getting horrendously lost in the music and actually losing the sense of the beat in the music altogether. But if we know that a piece is in 4, in 3, or in 2, meaning that it's made up of groups of 4 beats, 3 beats, or 2 beats, what it means is that I can just count along using that pattern of 4 beats. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as I count along with the music, I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going back to 1 every time we've had 4 beats. And a piece of music that is based on these 4 beat groups will kind of fit in with that counting. It'll make sense, and I'm going to count along with some examples in a minute just to show how that works. And if it was a piece that's in 3, that would mean that every 3 beats we kind of have a unit of music. You know, we can break the music down into those kind of very simple 3 beat groups, and so it would be me counting along with it going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And perhaps the most easy to recognise kind of meter that we'd have in a piece of music is a piece that's in 2, because if I was to count along with it, you'd hear something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, that sounds familiar to me. It makes me think of somebody, a drill sergeant, out on the parade ground practicing with his soldiers to make them march in step, and he might count along, and that's exactly what the drill sergeant is doing. He's saying, you know, we're going to march in rhythm, and this rhythm is going to be broken up into 2 steps, if you like, because we've got to have a left leg and a right leg. We've got 2 legs, and so it's not a coincidence that lots of march music is written in 2, meaning that the music can be broken down into 2 beat groups, and that's 1 beat to move the left leg and 1 beat to move the right leg. I don't know which one comes first, whether you go right first and left afterwards, or they go right, left, right, left, right, left. So yeah, right first, then left. And so music where there is these obvious groups of 2 beats is perfectly designed for marching in step. So let's have a go and count along with some music based on this idea that we're grouping the beats into groups of 4, 3, or 2. Now, this doesn't go for absolutely every single piece of music ever written. Sometimes we group beats into 5, 6, 7, sometimes 9, 11, 13. But for the moment, and for the vast majority of music, we are going to be looking at groups of 2, 3, and 4. So to get us started, here's something that I would say is based on an idea of a 4 beat group. So it's something that is in 4, and I'm going to count along with it just to show how the system really works. And I can keep counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will kind of fit with the music, and the music doesn't feel to go against what I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's great about that is it really did fit into those 4-beat groups. Sometimes it doesn't, but the end of the piece finished on a 4th beat, which is great. Moving right along, let's have a listen to a piece of music that uses 3-beat groups. This is an example of something called a waltz, and actually the way we can tell it's a waltz is because it's based on these groups of 3, and that we can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's really popular with ballroom dancers because it's quite useful. That sort of lilting feel of the 3 beats allows them to stylishly dance around the room. So let's have a listen to a waltz which is based on 3-beat groups. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A really important feature of that piece of music that we were just listening to was the part that the accordion was playing, and was really bringing out the idea of the 3-beat groups. You have this repeating pattern of 3 beats, and we can count along with this, and it sets up our feel of 3-beat groups. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so to finish our set, we need a piece of music that groups its beats into 2. And this can commonly be found in things like marches, but also certain types of dance music also makes a feature of the fact that we've got 2 legs, and so dancing kind of revolves around the idea of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And so that music fitted really nicely into this pattern of 2-beat groups. Now you could say, well, how is it possible to tell the difference between a piece of music that's using 4-beat groups and a piece of music that's using 2-beat groups? Because obviously 2 2-beat groups would make up 1 4-beat group. And the honest answer is sometimes it's not all that obvious, and sometimes it's not really all that important. But in this particular piece of music, I could really hear the rhythm, particularly in the drums, marking out this idea of 2. The drums were sort of very clearly repeating in a 2-beat pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that just gave me the feel, personally, of a piece of music that was built in 2. And so understanding this idea of meter, the way that we're building our music on top of repeating patterns of beats, is an absolutely central part of understanding how music works. But the great thing is you can start learning to recognise these different patterns of beats in pretty much every piece of music you might hear, whether that's on the TV or on the radio or at the cinema. All of this music is most of the time going to be split up into groups of 2, 3, or 4 beats. And so when you hear a piece, you should ask yourself the question, say, well, does this piece fit neatly into groups of 4 or to groups of 3 or into groups of 2?